It's time.
Well, I appreciate the compliments, you guys. I appreciate it very much. Good morning, everybody. A little bit behind schedule, but we had a rough night with the child. The boy child woke up, took my spot in bed. Took a minute for him to go back to sleep himself, so I had to go into camp out on the couch, and then I had to wait for medicine to kick in because schools are germ factories, and Sammy's is working overtime apparently. Um, oh yay, credit heist, earn rewards daily on that. Oh man, there's a lot going on today. This is an insanely busy day in Galaxy Heroes. I almost pushed this off until later in the day to just kind of get one giant one in. Um, but I opted to let's get the GAC stuff out of the way because I don't want it to interfere with anything else. So welcome to SFS Gaming, where we're streaming for Sammy. I'm Buck. So yeah, GAC is the main focus, but we got the Punishing One event coming this afternoon. That we'll combine that with some territory battle stuff, but the big focus this afternoon is going to be unlocking Punishing One. I have not yet decided to what extent I'm going to be unlocking him, but as our good buddy Grax sent me some images from a data mine and then pointed me in the data mine's direction yesterday. They're not treating it like a traditional ship marquee. A traditional ship marquee would give you a 4-star unlock. They're doing the new marquee structure and starting you off at 3. So it seems like if it's falling under this new marquee structure where they give you the 3-star from the get-go and then you have to either whale a little bit to start getting the 4 and start earning more shards to be able to climb up. Yes, I want to hear something hilarious about the Punishing One event. Okay, Meathead, for those of you who don't know, is like he's one of the big wigs at CG and handles a lot of the social media posts. Apparently he was live yesterday. If you're not reading chat, I'm narrating this for you. Okay, so Meathead was live yesterday. I'm just gonna keep doing my dailies for a minute while Graxy is queuing up the rest of this story. Here we go. Well, he's not wrong. They are easier on the wallet. They very much are. That said, and I'm looking right at the camera, do you think in the vast galaxy of possibility that there is any way in hell that Meathead who plays apparently plays Galaxy Heroes himself. Cool, good for him. Um, Works for the company that develops and maintains and whatever this game. Do you think he's ever actually paid for a character? Like, they can unlock anything at any time. They can generate crystals for themselves. Like, do you think he's ever actually had to reach in and right? But what I'm saying is what I'm saying is he has the ability to generate crystals for himself and send himself free. Like, we will see how this shit goes, but I doubt he's paying for it. And frankly, if I was working for a company and that company produced a video game and they wanted me to play my own account from time to time, like, you damn well better believe I'm making that company like give me the stuff. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. Yeah, but anyway, I don't mind the new marquee structure at all. I wish it was the irony there though is a chase is the cheapest possible thing you could do. But he being Tuscan Meathead is not wrong about the new structure being better for everybody else. But in this case, the chase would have been better. And I feel bad for anybody who had been hoarding energy. I mean, at least they can spend it now, but a lot of people were like hoarding up fleet energy into the thousands, or because they anticipated, oh, it's going to be a ship chase. We're gonna need that energy, and yeah. Normally, you don't want to start hoarding too early, but with a ship chase, like the more you can do from during that chase event, it's yeah. Yes, it is. It's good for marquee characters. The ship chase thing is, and I love a fucking chase. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're fun. I don't know why they're fun. You don't do anything special, but I think they're fun. I don't know why. It must trigger some dopamine hit in my head that's got me programmed to be like, chases are good, chases are good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but I'm like, that's awesome. Hey, look at that. We got ourselves an outrider. Oh, all right. Well, I'll deal with cash. Spend our big hat tip to Arnold for that. Uh, Later. Just want to get this handled real fast. Um, because yeah, we do have other um GAC on this account is very short. It's very short. There's only 4 max battles. Well, I mean, if you drop one, it's going to be 5. But typically on this account, if I drop a battle, I'm like, oh, I'm probably screwed. Um, I hear a lot of theories and thoughts about that. About like the if you're a new player, what do you do? And Arnold and a lot of other folks have made guides where it's like, hey, here's in my opinion what I think you should do and blah blah blah. Um, And I'm kind of starting to get into the camp that, you know, if you're brand new, say you just hit level 85 today, I kind of sort of think starting with the newest thing is probably it's probably going to work out for you better in the long run. There's some things in that aren't going to be accessible. So, I mean, I guess maybe start out with the most accessible newest thing. Yeah, Enoch is insane. Enoch is fucking nuts. Oh, and he is farmable now. By the way, guys, he is farmable. It was in my inbox this morning. Also, okay. So I'm not putting off getting to JAC on either account. I'm just kind of doing my stuff. As you can see, our opponent has put up a monster of a score. Um, yeah, and with the 400% um, critical chance reduction, yeah, it's pretty nuts. But yeah, dude, Enoch is legit insane. Legit insane. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying Enoch out on some other new and interesting stuff. So something else, we got the punishing one yesterday, but there is something else I do want to point out, and I stumbled on this last night when I was just doing my dailies on my main account because I tend to do those the night before because it's very quick. You just sim everything. Last night when they did the update for the game to put um, punishing one event active and live, we had a couple of interesting things happen. So first and foremost, uh, Dengar, and thank you again to Graxy for pointing this out. And I need to get into characters. Haha. Dengar got a new look to go along with his event. Very screen accurate. We don't see him very much in the live action movies, but that's insanely screen accurate. Oh, I didn't notice his AOE icon had changed, but yeah, Graxy's getting ahead of the headline here. I didn't notice that. I mean, that looks similar. It's more detailed. Yeah, it's more detailed. But yeah, Annie, Jedi Knight Anakin, not Gas. Gas stayed the same, but Jedi Knight Anakin got a new look. That seems to match Ahsoka a little bit more, maybe. Like the look that Hayden had in Ahsoka, that seems to match that a little bit better. But there's one other thing that happened. Hang on a second. I guess I can only look at it from here. They added in the new Datacron set. So you can start getting these new Datacrons right now. They expire 124 days from now. So that's 3.5 months. But this tells me, because Balin is getting a, what do they call, boutique Datacron in his event. So if you unlock him during the first run of his event, you're going to get a Datacron. It might be the other runs as well, but like maybe while this set is active, basically when you unlock him, you get a boutique, bespoke is the term they use, bespoke Datacron. So this set was added in with yesterday's patch, which tells me on Monday, I would bet money on it that we're going to get the Balin kit reveal, and the Balin event will be next week. I would put money on it. There's no other reason. They didn't do any, like normally they put this out on the forums, like here's what the set's going to be, blah, blah, blah. They haven't done any of that, but this set's in the game. So you can see the character mechanics right here. Shin, no Marok in here, but so Mercenary, Tag, cool. Unaligned Force users, cool, and Old Republic, which is kind of interesting. Maybe this is why they were giving us Bastila. I don't know for this Datacron set, but it's hard to say. Here's the possible light side mechanics. It seems like they did a flip flop, because if you remember, like the level 3 stuff on the dark side is kind of bad this time. It's better this time. These are a little worse, so maybe they're bringing balance to the Force a little bit. So here's the light side mechanics. Some of them are repeats or swaps from the dark side ones that we currently have running, but yeah, they're not great. Here's the dark side ones. So dark side tank ally, revive them with 100% health, bonus turn. 10% turn meter whenever an ally or enemy is defeated. Dark side allies gain 15% max health and protection for each other dark side. It's like they flip-flopped them. Dark side allies use a special ability, 15% turn meter. Okay, so faction. Mercenaries. Here's their possible level 6s. These aren't amazing. This one up top here, I think, looks to be the best. But then there's, at the start of the turn, they gain offense equal to 400% of the current defense, lose 50% defense. Like, they got a lot of good ones. But like I like that one, and then we'll see. This one might be good too. If Balin is a brutal tank, this one might be good. But I mean, whenever they inflict a debuff on an enemy during their turn, they deal bonus damage equal to 10% of that enemy's max health, which can't be evaded. Whenever an enemy attacks out of turn, they take bonus. I mean, like there's some good ones. There's some good ones here. Unaligned Force users. So once again, Rey has a Datacron that's going to benefit her. This is monstrous right here. This is pretty good. I mean, but this is also kind of like Rey has this built in anyways, so I don't know if this is going to work out well for her. But Ufus have some good ones. Unaligned Force user allies start the battle with damage immunity for 2 turns. Like, so Rey can start off with damage immunity. They can start off with damage immunity. But this will benefit the Seer team also, and, you know, Grant and Inquisitors, by the way. Kylo Ren, SLKR. Like, a lot of stuff coming for those guys. And then Old Republic. Old Republic is okay. Then we get into these characters. So we get Jolee Bindo. Has an effect whenever another ally attacks during his turn. Jolee gain, and that ally gain 25% turn meter. Not great, but I mean, you can, you know, when you use his call to assist, you can get a nice turn meter bump for whoever you're calling. So like the Old Republic setup, it's like, it doesn't include Revan or Bastila, but it's got Mission and Zalbar and Karth and Jolee. So And Juhani and T3. It's kind of got the old school team. No Canderous. He used to sit on that team, but maybe they're figuring that's the new Old Republic team with the way everybody else has kind of been spread out to other stuff. Mars is kind of nuts. I mean, not insane, but kind of nuts. At the start of any other non-Emperor Palp ally's turn, she gains a stack of Loyal Hand. So now she's going to get Loyal Hand all the time. Whenever an ally with less than 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter, they gain 3% crit chance and crit damage stacking for one turn. So she's gonna get some stacking turn meter from Palp. And whenever an enemy is inflicted with shock, they take damage equal to 10% of their max health. So her and Palp, if they get going, they're gonna be dropping a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Karth is nuts. I don't have a good Karth, but for this Datacron, I might be changing that. This is everything. Wordy Karth right here. 100% max health, protection, potency. He gains 15% turn meter whenever another character ends their turn. So I'm assuming that's on his team and the other team. And whenever he uses his basic ability, he attacks 2 more times. Whenever they resist a debuff, dispel a debuff, they gain 10% tenacity until the end of battle whenever an Old Republic ally is dazed. Yeah, and the stats are health. Luckily, there's no defense, but the stats are health. But yeah, Rey's straight up busted. Whenever Karth uses his special ability, he triggers all damage over time debuffs on enemies. Whenever an enemy is defeated, he gains 25% offense stacking and crit damage stacking until the end of battle. His cooldowns are reset, and he gains 100% turn meter. So this is kind of nuts. So if you've ever invested in Karth Onasi, guess what? It's finally paying off for you. Juhani, whenever she loses taunt, remove 50% turn meter from all enemies. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gonna be interesting. Grand Inquisitor. So this is a big FU, by the way, to the Sith Empire counter. Whenever GI is active, Inquisitorious allies are immune to fear and stun, and whenever an ally or enemy is defeated, Inquisitorious allies gain 50% turn meter. Yeah. Inquisitorious allies gain 50% turn meter and damage immunity for one turn, which can't be copied, and their cooldowns are reset. So that's kind of crazy. That's going to be very tough on the Sith Empire. So Kylo Ren, so OG Kylo. Plus 5% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level. Damage they receive is decreased by 15%. A lot of people have him at R7, so, I mean, you're looking at a 35% jump to those two things. And, yeah. T3 is a turn meter train, nothing huge, but like you could just go for this and throw it on the droid team and have things work out pretty well. Jango. So this one's interesting. Whenever he is dealt damage, he reflects 25% of the damage dealt back to the attacker as true damage, which can't be evaded. So you'll probably see this Datacron being used on like the Trench team. Dengar. Whenever an enemy takes a turn, he takes a bonus turn. During this turn, he deals 100% more damage. This bonus turn can't trigger this effect on enemies. So in other words, if you're mirroring with a Dengar, like you could, in theory, if this wasn't here, just Dengar takes turn, your Dengar takes a turn, their takes a turn, then yours, then you're like, you could get into a Dengar loop. Luckily, they were smart about it. This one sucks. Don't go for this one, clearly. At the start of his turn, they have a 20% chance to gain 50% defense pen. Yeah, don't get that. Hondo's is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, the boss cron is like 2 weeks. Exactly, I think 2 weeks from yesterday, the boss crown will be gone. All that current set, all that purple set will go away. Whenever Hondo uses a basic ability, gains 9 additional stacks of ransom, protection up 100%, stacking for 2 turns, and reduces his cooldowns by 1. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. Oh, nice. Star Killer. This is short, but it's insane. Whenever another ally uses an ability on their turn, Star Killer assists, dealing 50% more damage. It's not the 50% more damage that has my attention, it's the assist. He is going to get to the pull it out of the sky Star Destroyer ultimate very, very fast. Especially in 5v5. If he gets if the team gets rolling and he's assisting every single time somebody uses an ability, this is going to get him to that ultimate very quick. Auras sucks. Whenever an enemy is stunned, she takes a bonus turn. Boo. Maul. First time Maul is defeated, they're revived with 100% health, gain health over time for 2 turns, and take a bonus turn. So that's pretty cool. That's not bad. Sortie. Whenever Sortie is active at the start of Sortie's turn. Oh, Sortie's Old Republic too. I forget that. Sortie has the Old Republic tag. We only think of her as a droid. But Sortie is also Old Republic. So, you know, there is a possibility of having her on the Old Republic team. But that's not horrible. Mission. Whenever she gains stealth, she gains 100% protection. Not horrible. But, I mean, I don't take that over Karth. Shin Hati. She gains 15% turn meter when other allies use a special ability on their turn. So you're going to be able to feed her turn meter. Now, here's the thing. The Balin event is going to have a bespoke cron, so you're probably going to want Shin with him. And if you have that cron, you're not going to be using that. So, hold on. Graxy's asking us to wait. Yes, I believe that's correct. Yeah, right here. Well, okay, so it's when other allies. So like when she uses an ability, then if she has that level 3, she'll get the 15. But yeah, when other allies use a special ability, she should gain 30. Which means you can run a turn meter train with her as well. Or at least, and you know, Marok, he gets a bunch of bonus turn meter too. Yeah, it's so there's a potential 30% Shin bump, but I can't see in any scenario that the Balin level 9 that we're going to get with his Datacron from the event is going to be worse than that. But if you don't have Balin yet, but you do have Shin up and running in some way, like, and you have that level 3 and this level 9, yeah, you could do some crazy shit. This Terran Malicos. This is back. If I remember, this was on a Datacron set, like, what, a year ago, maybe? Although, this actually makes him very vulnerable. The 3 stacks of resilient defense, like, the 5 stacks of Edge of Madness and all that's great, but this resilient defense thing makes him very vulnerable if you don't have a... You can use, like, a Padme cheese to nuke him out very, very fast. Maybe there's other, maybe one of the level 6s on here would help with that. Like the damage immunity and stuff like that. Yeah, this one right here. You would want this. Or this, you know. Yeah. If you have that, you don't put him on defense. It just makes him a target. And then Zalbar. Zalbar's is pretty crazy. 20% defense for each Old Republic ally. Whenever another Old Republic ally uses a special ability, he recovers 20% health and protection and inflicts a stack of damage over time for 2 turns on all enemies, which can't be evaded. So yeah, it's not a super crazy set, but it's got some really, really good shit in here. And then yeah, health can roll on it. Here's your stats. So critical damage, health, protection, crit chance, health steal, and tenacity. Pretty nuts. Pretty crazy. Okay. Well, so I wanted to cover that now because I mean that took a decent chunk of time to handle, and I'll bring it up again this afternoon when we're doing the Punishing One event. But I wanted to touch that so people were aware, and I'll point people to it this afternoon as well. Yeah, dude, Ray is insane. Because yeah, we'll be very busy. I am gonna wail a little bit on Punishing One. I don't know to what extent. I haven't decided. Um, but it is the event structure is the new one, so it'll be daily rewards for a week. Um, to where so you can take the ship to 6 stars and then finish it off in the event and get a 7 star one. Um, we'll see. We'll just see. I'm not. I don't want to make any like promises right now that I'm going to 7 star him. But I mean, knowing me like you do, I will probably just end up fucking 7 star in it because why not? All right. Well, so this is going to be anticlimactic. If you remember my last stream, this guy full cleared me. And if you remember my last stream, I was having some anger issues with people with massive accounts being down in the lowest tiers of Carbonite. And look, we have another one. 6.2 million GP in Carbonite 4. I'll say it again. 6.2 million GP in Carbonite 4. I can't win. I can't win. There's no path to victory for me here. None. Unless he put garbage down on defense, which I highly doubt. Yeah, we seriously might. But yeah, I mean, he put garbage down, but it's not weak garbage, you know? Well, if we do end up matching up one day, Grax, my only thing is we're gonna have to do a live one. So where you and I are both attacking at the same time, or more or less maybe I'll take a turn and then you take a turn or whatever, just for fun. Um, so yeah, yeah. I don't think there's any possibility that I can win. Um, I don't even like. I can throw Wampa at a team and probably do okay. I just don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Like, Wampa would be decent here probably, but yeah, I just don't even know. Like, I would love to do Wampa here, but kind of worried about this guy aerial assaulting me. Um, but I don't know. Maybe if I'm quick enough. Maybe if I'm quick enough. And if honestly, if I, if I'm just gonna do this, and if I win, cool, I'll keep going. If not, we'll head over to the main account. Hey, look at this. Oh, I don't have anything for a General Grievous. I don't have anything for this. There's just nothing. There's just nothing I can do. But let's try anyways. We'll try till we die. We'll try till we die. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. I'm nowhere close to unlocking her. And I'm nowhere close to unlocking Oath either. Yeah, he just deleted Relic 5. Yeah, he just completely deleted everything. All right, well, there we go. There we go. That's the Grand Arena. So Snarky, I have a message for you. You are a fucking loser. Go play with people your own size. You're a fucking loser. Chopper of Shame is judging you, and you fucking earned it. 6.2 million. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. If you don't care about GAC, then go. Don't care about GAC somewhere else. Like, just why are you making shit miserable? Let me check my other opponents, because this even might be a thing where, like, do I even have a chance in any mission? Do I even have a chance in any mission in any of this? Okay, so here we go. 6.5 million with a GL. 7.3. Oh, there we go. A reasonable 2.7. Oh, that's the 2.7 guy. Very reasonable. Oh, here we go. Literally my exact same GP right here. Here's the only fair fight I've seen so far. The 2.7 is fair. We know this douchebag. I mean, this isn't horrible. I've seen worse, but that's over. I mean, okay, no, it's not reasonable in Carbonite 4, but I I can reasonably say that I would at least have a chance. But half of this GAC is these massive accounts. I mean, dude, 2.7 seems much more reasonable compared to the 7 million and the 6 million. I mean, let me just put it to you like that. But hey, let's go to the land where all of our fights are fair. Let's go to the main account. Yeah, no, dude, it's CG is did the squeeze again and pushed more people out of higher ranks, and it's just dropping lower and lower and lower and lower. But anyway, we'll go to the main account. See what's happening. Maybe the EA app is malfunctioning here. Why is the EA? Oh, there it goes. Woo! I was getting a little nervous there. was getting a little nervous, but okay. So we got the main show coming up now. Guild order issued. I've handled my stuff already for the day, guys. Or for the phase. Okay, so we got credit heist going on and training droid smuggling. Well, let's just click. Ooh, 7.5 million. I hit it big. And look at all those shiny training droids. Who knows? We might be needing them. If that level 90 thing actually happens, we might be needing them. Okay, so no action from my opponent yet. We are facing Darth Timothy from the Vanguard of Disorder. So is this a legit Maw guy, huh? All right, 13.4 million. So he has 1.5 million GP on me. I'm just under 12. So massive account here. Massive account. I did take some peeksies at this yesterday. Mostly to look at this team, the Luthian team, because I haven't had to really face one yet. So, I needed to look at counters. And I mean, there's a decent. This is an odd combination. This is a very odd combination. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just doing it on my phone instead of trying to pull it up on the computer, just because, you know, sometimes when I try to do much on my computer, do basic things, it freezes hot utils when I'm bouncing back and forth. So we got Luthian Chirrut. Uh-oh. I don't know. Is human resources going to have to get involved here? Okay, so the examples of this scene, or at least the examples of counter scene, we've got 4 examples of a shorty Lobot team killing this for max banners. Bane killing it for max banners. Jedi Master Luke killing it for max banners. Bo-Katan killing it for max banners. Admiral Raddus killing it for max banners. Starkiller for max banners. But like, there's like 4 examples, and then 3 examples, 2 examples, 2 examples. SOKR twice. Raddus again with a way different setup. I wish I had my Captain Rex, because the Bad Batch with Captain Rex is killing this for max banners. Terran Malicos is killing it for max banners. Traya killing it for max banners. Leia, obviously. Phoenix with Sabine and Captain Rex got max banners, but this is literally examples in the ones now. Lord Vader obviously killed it for max banners. Sith Eternal with Watt and Armorer and Set and all that. Imperial Troopers somehow killed this for max banners. Well, not max banners, but 100% win rate, 61%, or 61 banners. Inquisitorius. Here's where we get into the larger sample set. So, Inquisitorius, 95% win rate at 60.45% banners. CLS, 56.9 banners, 90% win average, seen 10 times. Gas, 72% win rate, 18 times, 42 points. So that sounds like a cleanup. Seems like we're in cleanup country now. I mean, obviously, if I had held on to some different stuff, we would have some cheaper counters, but I do not have much in the way of cheap on hand. Um, so in the grand scheme of what's cheap and what isn't, in the grand scheme of what's cheap and what isn't for what I'm facing, as much as I do not want to use the Malicos team here, I think I'm going to use the Malicos team here. And because then that way I can use Lord Vader, hopefully, on Rey. You know, it's got a decent amount of stuff here, but you know, that's not the craziest amount of defense. So I think that's the route I'm gonna go. Is we'll use our UFUs. We'll use our UFUs on this to kick off the show, and you know what? It's been a while since I've played music on the stream. I used to turn it on every day, and then the playlist I liked went away, but it seems like it's back. So we're going to get some nice, gentle background music going. And yeah, let's get this party started. Let's see, what are the... Looking at the team combinations here, I mean, they're mostly pretty standard, but like one of them had Star Killer, and I'm not going to bring Star Killer to this. Yeah, I think this looks like fun right here. Yeah, where the hell is Hap, by the way? Where the hell is Hap? He's been waiting for Punishing One, and then the week that Punishing One is coming out, Hap has apparently decided to go on vacation. I hope everything's okay. Alright, let's get going. Let's get going. Well, he was getting very frustrated with the game, you know, and rightly so, but... We'll get all this blindness junk off of us. Nice. This worked very well. Very, very. That was. I mean, obviously, it started off kind of fucking scary, but that worked very, very well. All right, Lord Vader. Here we go. Well, I mean, is there any other choice? Really, is there any other choice? All right, what do we got? What do we got for a cron? I wonder where I'm going to use Enoch today. That is always a burning question. Where do I use Enoch today? We'll try this one. Yeah, where to use Enoch? Yeah, it's nuts, but not uh, it's not so bad. We can't overcome it. What's nuts is that with all those turns, like I'm mostly sitting at like amazing, amazing health and protection still, and nobody dead. Poop. Bye bye. Amazing team. This is the Spider Society of. How the fuck did he die? Easily. Lord Vader is awesome, but with certain teams, they just walk right through him. Like I'm not on the Lord Vader hater train. I never have been, never will be. But there are certain teams that just clown him, and because he takes so long, this is the negative, the big knock on Lord Vader. He takes forever to ramp. Probably to dots. Paz died probably to damage over time. He had a bunch of them stacked up, and then he had Thrawn shattered him, so he wasn't gaining any health or anything like that back. So probably the dots. That's my guess. He probably died to dots. Probably died to the dots. just gonna go ahead and bring a full team here, just for safety. Just for safety. There we go. Oh, dude, if you could, I always thought that was something that they should do with Grand Arenas. I always thought that they should do a thing where, like, they just have crazy ass rules. You know, where, like, where they put in a condition where it's like, oh, hey, you can only use this team or here, and like this team gets these bonuses, or just do some stuff to kind of shake up the structure of what GAC typically is. You know, I mean, typically GAC is we're dealing with the same thing. It's TW on a smaller scale, more or less. You know, and for better or worse, more or less, however you want to say it. I always thought it'd be fun if they did some stuff like that. You know. Yeah, each room has a modifier, bonuses to teams, or just something crazy, wacky, and fun. You know? Remember that fun part of the game? The part that, oh, hey, let's have some fun with it. The problem is, GACs are consequential. GACs are consequential. That's your crystals. That's your this, that, or the other. They're very important, and if they decided to do some wackadoo shit with a GAC, it could, in theory, cause losses where normally there wouldn't be losses, and people would probably be pissed. I'm fine for pissing off people and having fun. Maybe it's a thing where you like either both teams have to agree to the special rule set, or they can't be used, or something along those lines. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to go about doing it, but I always thought there was a way they could make GAC more, a little more fun, a little more varied and interesting. But I guess that's maybe what Datacrons do. Datacrons are like a seasonal power for a few months, and then they go away. I mean, it's almost too late, but we don't need to worry about grit. I'm gonna wait to see exactly how they want things broken out because some of those datacrons, you know, depending on your team setup, you're not gonna be able to rock more than one. But you know, on a thing like with a 3v3, you know, like maybe breaking up Starkiller and Mara isn't a bad thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go for like Mara and Mara Stark. I'm gonna go for most of the unaligned Force users, most, and then I'm gonna go for Karth just because. Um, no, I understand. I understand. Okay, so they have taken on offense. They have taken Leia on offense. And they have taken SLKR on offense, obviously. They only put 3 GLs down. Okay. I always want to bring him, but that kind of means sacrificing a tank, and I don't want to sacrifice a tank. Um, when I use the Inquisitors, I'll pop Marok in for fun. I can do that. I mean, I haven't really seen. Oh no, there's no. I'm not against a R9 Ray. Not against an R9 Ray. No. But I'll pop him in with Riva. But yeah, I'm not doing it with an R9 Ray. I'm just not. I mean, I'm fine with funsies, but simultaneously with I want to give myself the best chance to win, and you know, Marok doesn't bring enough to justify me dropping these out. But with Riva, I can absolutely kick Eighth Brother to the curb and put Marok on the bench, or pull Marok off the bench. Why Maul with no Mandalorians? Has whatever happened before? Um, I mean, I could technically do this without, but there's also, you know, there's just I don't typically. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, well, unaligned Force users is one of the few factions that pulls from both sides. Bounty hunters do as well. Um, but I'm trying to think back to the bounty hunter specific crons. I can't imagine that they only went with one alignment. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, I typically don't do the Mandalorian thing, especially when I'm trying to use it as a counter for this. That's the only reason. Plus, my dark side Mandalorians aren't, you know, the Relic 5 here, and then Canderous is like Relic 7. Um, and my Django is like Relic 7. But yeah, I just typically don't run that team because I don't have to, I guess, more or less, is where I'm at. But yeah, no, I don't think that's common. This might be the first time, actually, since you bring it up, Grax. It might be the first time we've had a scenario like this. Um, Yeah, and there wasn't anything that was going to keep Maul alive. Yeah, we're just going to let this guy cook on auto here. Hopefully we don't time out. If we do, we'll have a pretty easy cleanup, but yeah, we're ramping. There we go. And we're going to time out because of damage immunity. No! Fucking buzzer beater. Oh, shit. L3 was ramping because of the Kron, I think, maybe. Literal last fucking second, yeah. Okay. I didn't see anything Wampa-able. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and, just for some stats, throw this on here. Oh, Bane, I love you so much. I love you so much, Bane. You make life worth living, my friend. You make life worth living. All right, we'll swing back to these guys. Let's turn our attention down yonder here. Oh, this is getting ugly. Ooh. Very ugly. Pretty much instant ult, by the way, right there. Okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. Can't wait for these crons to go away. Can't happen soon enough. Can't happen soon enough. All right, boys, calm down, calm down, calm down. Well, we might be fucked, folks. We might be fucked. Yeah, we might be screwed here. SOKR got blanked. This team's getting blanked. There just might not be anything I can do here. Just gonna have to. I mean, but the only other I have a couple of long shots I can try. I can try Inquisitorius, which if I'll give them a go. But if they don't work here, and I can't throw. I don't think I can throw Marok in this scenario. I think I need the added oomph from him. Yeah, these bonus turns are just way too much. There's way too many bonus turns. I got one more idea I'm going to try. Yeah, one more idea. One more idea I'm going to try. But, I mean, the door is wide open for this guy to win this GAC at this point. This is a big Hail Mary, but they can't be crit. So they're not going to get as many bonus turns. But we have to get to Jabba as soon as possible. I mean, we also need to be able to take a turn at this point. So you know what, at this point, wow. Okay, so bookmark this for the future. Captain Enoch. Captain Enoch. Captain fucking Enoch. Should have done that in the first place, but now I know for the next time. But now that kind of leaves me some compromised counters for other areas. Like, I was kind of counting on throwing JMK against them, against this team right here. Once I saw the condition of the back walls. This is the last problem child team. I need a team for this. I need a team for this. I mean, maybe. I mean, if I can thin some of them out, possibly. All right. Malicos is gone. So we'll be able to clean this up. All right, we got Malicos gone, so I can live with that. I can live with that. Sure, why not? Oh, he's healing for more than I'm hitting him right now. Okay. I mean, I'm glad you guys are having fun. There we go. All right. Okay. Not ideal, but acceptable. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. I don't really have a choice. Not ideal, but we'll make it. We'll make it fly. And just to make this a little faster, we'll bring in more than. There we go. Okay, well, if you could revive Grax, I would appreciate it. You clowns. No, Trey works just fine, man. The turn meter train is not that much of a thing. I know Arnold's method, but I mean, truthfully, doesn't matter that much. This works just fine. Well, not against that, it doesn't. The Savage isn't going to stop that. Yeah, he's not wrong, but both of them work. Um, but yeah, when they have, I'm pretty sure that Datacron has Riposte on it. No, they were hitting me under protection. Well, I don't think I have anything for that. I don't think I have anything for that Gungan team now. Yeah, I see it. And every time I've done the Savage lead, I've lost. And every time I've done the trail lead, I've won. So I mean, I've been experiencing different results than I guess maybe the whatever is indicating. I've seen Arnold lose. I've seen Arnold lose with the 5v5 Savage lead multiple times. And the one time I tried it, I lost, and then went back to Trey lead and never had an issue. Never had an issue at all. Womp Rat, what's up, buddy? It's been a minute. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, dude, it's insane. The Mirok TB Omicron is legit. It's definitely legit. Will 100% help guilds in the future have very high success rates on Riva. Um, This is a Hail Mary of Hail Marys, but if we can, somehow finagle our way over to the shield generator and then nuke out Boss Nass. Of course, we need a turn for that to happen. Yep. I think we're done, guys. I don't think there's any way we can win. Hey, did you see the new Datacron set is in the game? Wampy. Wow, you move quick. Like I noticed it last night when I was doing my Kyotech reward calendar. Kyotech reward calendar. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just doing my dailies and checking all the shops and hopped into here and was like, what? So this tells me we're getting Balin next week. Yeah, there's some very broken things. Oh, yeah, dude, Starkiller is going to be an absolute menace. Like, he should be able to consistently kill Rey again. Instead of having to use Malicos or Lord Vader or whatever. Yeah, he should be very, very consistent. At least I'm hoping. Yeah, he's going to get to that Star Destroyer so fucking fast. It's kind of interesting they put Mara in there as well, because unless you're going to throw... Because you could, in theory, although it's kind of taking two teams and making one. You know, if you got a Mara Kron and you got a Starkiller Kron, you could throw Starkiller with, like, Seer. But then you've got Terran there already, but I guess that makes it an even higher percentage counter, probably. But yeah, it's nuts. It's not as crazy as the current set, but it's still pretty wild. It's still pretty wild. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, but the current Datacron set is crazy for one reason, and that's all the defense that you can get on them. When you take away that defense and, effects are fine, but like stats are a little more under control, and I'm honestly usually more worried about stats than I am anything else. So yeah, no defense on that stuff makes me happy, but we still have a set with defense rolling that we need to worry about. Yeah, I started just, with what I could grab. Like, these are a problem right now. You don't really get these until Conquest unless you spend crystals, and I ain't fucking spending crystals. Yeah, so, like, Karth's level 9 is just nuts as well. Like, I haven't busted out an Old Republic team in a while, but yeah, this might make me. Grand Inquisitors. That's going to cause some problems for a few typical counters. And, we're going to probably see this with Old Trenchy. Yeah, like, this is useless. Like, I love how they're like a fucking dictionary worth of shit, and then for like Eighth Brother, they're like, he's got a chance for defense pen. No big deal, You're welcome. Mauls is pretty great. But yeah, there's so many worthless ones, and then there's crazy ones, and then this one's back. Offense only, so you don't get pad made, but. And then, like, this has got, like, Grax and I were talking, this has got some interesting turn meter train possibilities with the tier 3, but Balin's getting his own cron, so I'm pretty sure you're not going to use Shen's. But yeah, Grand Inquisitor, I think the must-haves are... I mean, even Jolie's is a little interesting. Jolie, you could do some interesting stuff on Jedi teams with. But yeah, this is pretty freaking crazy. I mean, it's not insane, like, on paper, but the 10% damage to their max health is, I mean, just nuts. Just absolutely nuts. This is just... I mean, I might bust out Old Republic on defense. Because, I mean, I'm sure... But this is also going to break up probably break up the Dark Side Mandalorian team, because you're probably going to want Canderous with Karth if you're going to do this. I think we'll know next week. I think we'll know next Thursday, whenever they typically launch these things. I think we'll know. I mean, I'm unlocking him day one. I don't know if have you been wailing on the bailing requirements? Because I'll be live streaming his unlock. So I'm assuming we'll get the kit reveal Monday, and then the cron we won't know about until we complete the event. Oh, that sucks, but you'll be able to see his Datacron. I'll make sure I'll reach out to you. Basically, whenever the event goes live, I'll be live streaming it. So yeah, you'll be able to see it day one. Hopefully, it won't be too much of a challenge. This one's kind of fun. This has got some interesting possibilities. Yeah, next Thursday, next Friday, somewhere in there. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. Like this, I don't know if this is going to give him the ability to solo. I mean, maybe in 3v3, but yeah, this is definitely kind of interesting, especially how many people have him at high relics. This is, I mean, I'm seeing some possibilities where, like, even you plug this in on, like, the Lobot or the Sortie Lobot team. Like, you can do some crazy stuff. Dengar's is kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of interesting, and I like how they put this clause in so you can't have a Dengar loop if you're fighting another Dengar. But yeah, this such a short sentence. But you think about how many fucking turns like Palp and Mara will take. And how he is going to just ramp his ultimate and assist every time and get 50. I mean, this is going to be bad for a lot of people. You're going to have to, it's going to take a lot. Aura is whatever. Mauls is pretty decent. That's not bad. I mean, throw that on Lord Vader maybe even. Yeah, Dengar is going to be pretty nuts. But yeah, there are some very, very, very interesting possibilities here. You know, at the start of Sortie's turn, spare parts to all the droids. When droid allies gain spare parts, they gain 25% offense stacking. Like, yeah, there's some very cool stuff. Mission, you know, this is basic, but still, that's pretty powerful for her. Zalbar's is pretty nuts. Yeah, I can see Old Republic might be a problem again for a while. But yeah, I think we're done with the Grand Arena. I think our win streak is broken, unfortunately. It is what it is, guys. Yeah. I mean, it's probably gonna be one of those scenarios where you're overkilling that cron for a little while, and then hopefully a more reasonable counter works itself out. I mean, like 501st obviously comes to mind. I don't think you want to throw unaligns, but I mean, you could want to. But yeah, there's gonna be some interesting things. I like that when new Datacrons come out. Even though I kind of dread them. But the stats this time around, when there's a crazy defense cron, I'm always going to be nervous because you get anything north of 150 on Ray, and it's just kind of like, oh come on. But yeah, I don't know. It always shakes things up. I always like to see the shake up in the meta. And we will definitely the whales, the people who spend a shit ton of money on Datacrons, we're going to be seeing some of these Datacrons. No, 120% health on Ray is definitely scary, but Ray is just scary in general. But Malicos, at the very least. Oh, no, dude. You did not go wrong by going for SOKR instead of Ray. With these Datacrons and all this other stuff, it's like the tide. Characters rise and fall with their Datacrons at times. And, SOKR, I mean, he will, by the way, collection. What am I doing here? SOKR will get benefits from some of this. When you look at the factions, he is an unaligned force user. So SOKR will benefit from some of this. So not all is lost, but yeah, dude, I mean, damage immunity for 2 turns at the start. Whenever they defeats an enemy, they take a bonus turn. I mean, any one of these possibilities, like, except for this, like, whatever, throw this out the window. But all these other 4 on SOKR and Ray are going to be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, I think at that point you'll start seeing, like, Bane might actually be the only counter, like legitimately Bane. This one, yeah. Yeah, you don't want that one on SOKR, but any of these other 3. Like this one, maybe even in particular. This one is for him, potentially help his ramping to get to his ult without worrying about him getting nuked out. Yeah, this one probably will be broken for him. Probably. It's hard to say. But yeah, this 5% turn meter gain, not great for SOKR. But yeah, on Ray, this is just going to be bad. The stacking health. All right, Batman. I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon too. I gotta go get some food and then get back on here in a couple hours for the Punishing One shit and TB, but mostly the Punishing One shit. So, yeah, we'll see you later. We'll be back on in probably around 1:00. Get through TB real quick and then play around with Punishing One. Yeah, but I'm glad this is in the game because this is the surest signal that Balin's coming next week. Oh, and that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. We'll get him just in time for 3v3 to kick off, and then him, Shin, and Marok in 3v3. Ooh. Should be cool. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, out of coffee. But I got Red Bull still. I mean, I hate to use things like it's the new Malik, but he could be the new Malik. But we have, I mean, without seeing his kit, we have no idea. But they kind of hyped his kit as a brutal tank and whatever. Oh, my lovely bride is such an angel. If you spill hot coffee on my hand, I'm going to cry. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, she didn't do it. She didn't. She managed to pour coffee for me and not burn me. Yeah, we should know Monday, right? Monday we should get his kit reveal, and then Thursday, Friday, whenever they decide to launch his event. But yeah, they've hyped his kit. They hyped his kit, so I'm very, very hopeful. I'm very hopeful it's cool because I've been excited about that character. You know, I've been looking forward to it for quite a while because, you know, I liked the character on the show. I thought he was the best part about the show. In a show that was fairly strong, you know, it had its moments where it wasn't, but in a show that was fairly strong and had a great cast and wonderful performances, Ray Stevenson definitely stood out, and that character definitely stood out. So yeah, I've been looking forward to getting my hands on Balin for quite a while now. Yeah, and we'll have him just in time for 3v3, which is exciting. And then I'm probably gonna end up throwing Shin's her Omi on her for TW once Balin's here. I didn't really see a need to, but I also am kind of saving these to see what Balin's kit looks like. Plus, I, you know, for funsies, gave him the TV one just so he could see. Because I told my guys that I would. I said, hey, I'll try it and test it, and then that way you guys can choose to invest on it from that point. But I'll show it to you live in action. And I'm actually glad I did. It's crazy. I mean, any team you throw with that thing on there it's gonna walk through whatever phase. So I'm looking forward to try. Well, I need to R8. I need to R8 the Inquisitors so I could try it out on Haven, or at least R8 him. But I think it needs to be a full team of Inquisitors, right, for it to work. No, it's Masked Hunter. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just all Inquisitorious allies are immune to percent. Yeah, I could R8 him. But I mean, I should R8 him and then a couple of the other Inquisitors for Haven, because I think it'll make whatever. There's a bonus mission for them on Haven. I think it'll make it pretty cake. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here, relax for a little while, and get something to eat, but I'll be back in about an hour and a half. We'll launch into TB, knock that stuff out, and then kick it over for the Punishing One event, and we'll see how much I decide to whale today. When I come back, if I decide to whale, I'll have purchased crystals by then, and that'll give you the answer. Although, speaking of crystals, I don't know if it was here or if it was web store only. Let me look real fast. But there was a pack that I saw last night. And I'm not seeing it now. That's weird. So it might have been an in-game store only, but there was a pack of, it was like 1,400 crystals for like $5 or something like that. It was very, very cheap. It was, you know, this festival thing that they're doing, this Hollow Games Festival or whatever they're calling it. There was a crystal pack for that, and it was like, it's a very, very cheap. Very, very cheap for a decent amount of crystals. It's like one of the deals they normally do during like during one of the special events, the anniversary, May the 4th. It was similar on scale to that. For like $5, you got like $10 worth of crystals, more or less. So, but anyways, guys, I'm going to go and chill for a little while, but we'll be back for Punishing One Unlock and TB here in like an hour and a half. So no rest for the wicked or the fat or the old, and I am all three. Okay, my friends, we'll catch you in a couple hours, and we'll get to play with Punishing One. I'm really hoping. Really hoping. Right now, there are no... We have one Executor way down here, and these are the guy. I need these up in the top 10 or the top 5. I need them where I can get at them because I really want to. I mean, there's only so much we're going to be able to learn testing against Leviathan over and over again. I need to find my own SEP. Like Arnold has SEP that'll climb and they'll get next to each other and they'll drop teams, on request. I just want to be able to test it against all 3 super fleets. And at this rate, I think we're only going to be able to test it against this. But, even if we only do 1 or 2 or 3 battles or whatever, we'll at least get an idea of what we're looking at. I'm curious if the event is going to be difficult, because typically, like a ship unlock event, they tend to make a little bit harder. Or if this is going to be a marquee where it's just bullshit and you just dink your way through it. It could be either or. We'll find out, and then we'll see. Maybe my fleet arena situation will shake up between now and then, and we'll be able to play around a little bit more. But I'm telling you, if a word of caution, if Punishing One makes the Leviathan 100% useless against Executor, I would expect a nerf to Punishing One. And same if it 100%, like if it just shuts Profundity down completely, I would expect a nerf. They're only trying to boost Inquisitor against off-meta counters like Chimera and Negotiator. They aren't trying to make it to where it's the top of the food chain again. So if that ship is overperforming, it probably will be nerfed. And that is my biggest fear about going all in on a 7-star. I'm going to 7-star it eventually, so I guess it doesn't matter if I do it now or if I do it cheaper, free to play or whatever. Probably not. But that's my worry, is that it's going to overperform and they're going to end up nerfing it a little bit to where we get an expectation and then that expectation goes away. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing I am hesitant about. But we'll see. But anyway, my friends, we'll catch you in a little while. Thank you for being here as always. Great stream. Love having you here. And yeah, we'll be back for Punishing One. Catch you then. Bye-bye.